It's not live on mine. Did you get Instagram?
Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world.
I'm going to check my email.
Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade
and then Kayleen is joining us at 5.
in sports.
Zay's got a date.
With your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred
Zay's in a place where he's leaving the show to go on date.
Tinder date happy hour.
AM 610, the sports animal.
It's Friday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Well, I mean, that means Isaiah's got to leave the show early today. He's got a date, so he's got to leave early. So, Isaiah, what's up? You got some hot goss for us?
No, I don't know if I'd call it a date. So, Mr. Cold Bath himself, Mr. Strauss, is going to be he's out today. So, KKOB needed a fill-in from 6 to 8. So yours truly.
You need some talking points?
No, I got some great ones, but right. I'm open ears.
All right, so we're going to prime Isaiah's pump for political talk starting at 6 o'clock over on KKOB. And then I know it can be done, so you just patch us over and we'll do simulcast on both stations. I think it'll be fun. It'll be the funnest. So,
do you know how to do that? Is the first question.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Do you know how to?
I'll have DC. But like that, as far as me knowing how to go about it, DC does Pop Clark in the morning.
Hold on, DC's coming in. You're not even going to have St. Louis.
No, DC St. Louis is going to be producing, but the cast, the tailgate talk is one filling in.
All right, but lean on St. Louis, like super lean on St. Louis.
Okay. Well, so some of the topics I'm getting ready to hit on.
All right. I'm very excited about this.
My driving pet peeves. Things I hate on the road that irritate me driving through town.
Yeah. You know what really grinds my gears?
It's political bumper stickers. That's what I hate. All right, that's a good one.
Yeah, I got a talking point for you, Zay. Pull up your phone and go to the 2 Men On text thread. I got something for you.
Okay.
All right.
Pulling up two as we're all talking about this. Okay, this is a good one. Okay.
I sent Zay a picture of Master Yoda in whiteface
from Star Wars.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Master Yoda in whiteface, and it looks just like Jerry Jones.
Just like Jerry Jones.
Exactly.
Talk about that.
Exactly like Jerry Jones.
Things that look like Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
That would be a great one.
So there's a segment for you.
Yeah, do that segment. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a good one for you. I like to. All right, so Isaiah Johnson, and now I just learned DC.
Yes.
So you guys are going over to political talk at 5 o'clock. You said 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay. So you're going over at 6, and your current talking points for 2 hours are driving pet peeves and
Yoda and whiteface.
Okay, and then we're also, as a bonus for the first hour, we're going to talk about DC had an idea of coming up with like a bracket of like a hip hop bracket, like rappers or just like artists. Okay. So that one might come up, but I really like the idea.
Snoop Dogg,
Carrie Underwood.
You're starting 5 type of deal. Like you're starting 5.
Oh, like the I-9 varsity.
Can you believe the audacity of Carrie Underwood to perform at the inauguration? Like she just had a song about taking a bat to some dude's truck if he cheats on her, and then like a perpetual cheater and proven rapist in a court of law, she sung at his inauguration.
Yeah, that's wild.
So if you cheat, baseball bat to your truck.
Also,
if you cheat and rape,
I'm
gonna sing at your inauguration.
Oh, say. I was nervous because you guys know in Duke City Championship Wrestling, my in-ring persona, Fabulous Freddie Fame, professional promoter. Whenever I come out to the ring, I come out to TI, bring them out.
Featuring Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, well, I was real nervous because he was performing that Donald Trump would also come out to bring him out.
Oh, no.
And I was going to have to change my entire gimmick.
That's good.
But I did not. All right, so circling back to help Isaiah Johnson on political talk at 6 o'clock over on KKOB 97.3. So you are talking about driving pet peeves. I'm going to throw you a curveball. Are you ready?
Okay, let's do it.
People who take up 2 parking spots.
Oof. Oh man.
Mm,
Oh,
that sucks, especially like for you. You got a big truck, right?
I have
you manage.
I have the littlest truck you can buy.
we both have mid-size reasonable
We have,
trucks.
I think we have quarter-ton trucks.
We're reasonable people.
Most U-Hauls will not rent us a trailer.
Yeah.
It's smaller than a lot of these cars to the point where if you guys are pulling into a parking spot, not taking up two, then no, a Volkswagen Bug should not be taking up 2 parking spots.
When I see, that's why I always keep a Costco-sized pack of Kraft cheese slices on me, and I just cover their truck in cheese slices.
No,
if you take up
you
2
don't
spots.
Do that. I don't know if this one's a pet peeve, but more parking talk.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't parallel park, and you know who you are, like I grew up in a big city, I'm the best at it.
Yeah, I could parallel park before I had a driver's license.
Love this.
Yeah.
If you can't do it, don't even flipping try.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
You know who doesn't have time for that? Me, who's waiting in the street. Other individuals that are trying to walk to their destination on the sidewalk, but they're too busy laughing at you.
Yeah.
Struggle.
You're just going to cause.
It's real bad.
You're just going to cause a I-25 South style bottleneck in the Whole Foods parking lot. Don't quit trying to back up your Subaru. Just pull into the spot and pull out.
Pull in and pull out. That's what we've been telling people that forever.
Reversing into a parking spot is for medium, reasonable sized truck people.
Also,
That's
people of reasonable confidence.
Yeah. And ability.
And ability.
Yeah.
That one drives me crazy. Hey, also this one drives me more than crazy. If you go to the stoplight is to stop your car, not to pick up your cell phone. Do you feel that you have to text at every single stoplight, you losers?
Yeah.
There's nothing so important that you can't wait to your destination. And then,
you know what's more important?
What's that?
The safety of others.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. And then
also you can't just like you can't plug your hand robot into your truck. Like who doesn't have this?
Yeah.
Who doesn't have, like, what year is it?
Isaiah.
You don't have the blue tubes on your radio?
Yeah, who doesn't have that?
Yeah.
No, don't have those. I feel like you guys also have the reverse, the rear camera that gives you guys
don't even use
the extra.
Don't need it.
It's just there for stuff.
It's just there. It's just there because legally they have to now. I don't even use it.
Okay.
I use mine.
I peep that blind spot once and I pull in one fail swoop. Straight in, perfect every time.
I'll tell you what, though, as easy as it can get to parallel park once you know how to do it, it's still, when you get that real good, perfect one, it always just feels nice. You never get used to pulling off a good parallel park, especially if there's people around and you do it on the first try.
No, I am so good at it. I've been complimented by strangers after I get done parallel parking. People go, hey, nice job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if they're a old man,
sure,
they go, hey, junior.
Yeah.
And then they give me
they don't say anything.
No.
They just give you the one quick little nod.
Yeah, the nod. Just like Indiana Jones gave short stack.
I've parallel parked and like women have given me their phone numbers.
That's I believe that is true because I know the effect it has. Yeah.
She said she didn't even like ask me on a date. She just said breed with me. That's what she said.
She said breed
with
I
me.
want my son to be able to parallel park like you.
I remember I parallel parked so well one time with a trailer that a group of young adults came up to me and said, we want to be you.
Sure.
We want to be you.
I had a man give me his phone number one time after he saw me parallel park. Not for what you think, because he wanted me to raise his child.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can talk about that, Isaiah. Put that on the list.
Yes, it's on the list.
Okay. And then also on the list, Van, and this might just be me. If I honk at you at the red light because you've not bothered to look up from your phone to see that the light has changed colors, your only acceptable physical reaction to that needs to be a wave and sorry. If If you throw your free hand up in the air like half of a little teapot and react in a way that is adverse to you starting to move the car, might as well put that thing in park, get out, and fight me on site. I have zero interest in your ignorance putting me in harm's way because you have to check your prize picks or whatever. You losers.
That's the only exceptional reason.
I did Zay a favor just now. I Googled the news.
Ah, nice.
And you'll never guess what word is in all of these titles.
Obama?
Okay. To a complete 180 right there. Here's a good one. Trump revokes COVID advisor Anthony Fauci's security protection.
That was last night. Yeah.
That's wild. I hope he knows how to, protect himself with a series of syringes.
You gonna talk about that?
Yeah.
You and DC don't.
He's gonna throw needles at people like ninja stars to protect himself.
This will be much closer to a Bob Clark, Terry Travis show than it will be a BB or a TJ Strauss show. One thing about me, especially with the radios, is as you guys know this as well. Like if you guys are talking baseball, if I don't know what's going on, I'll ask questions or crack a joke, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what's going on.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I can't leave that up to you guys. Yeah. I'm going to stay in my own lane. So, the next topic, I want to talk with DC about, hey, the dating now versus dating before social media in the 90s. Like, what are the differences and struggles there, like that people deal with?
Yeah, nothing for hot dudes like us. Nothing.
Also, is it confusing because it's the same style and fashion now? People wearing baggy
in the 90s,
pants again.
Nice.
No, not nice.
If you were dating both now and in the 90s, you're probably confused also.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah. Or you're Leonardo DiCaprio.
Why
are
people dressing like young Gwen Stefani again? This is wild.
Bring up is social media the reason why getting married is so much harder nowadays?
Wait, hold up.
It's for the younger
because everyone catches you cheating. Is that why?
Is that why?
Or the temptation, the accessibility. A girl will leave you because a girl will think the grass is greener. A guy could think the grass is greener.
Oh my God!
Got some girl in Europe.
Your angle. All right. First of all, this just because you have had a relationship with someone from Europe. So this is
that was she was here. This is a bad example.
Yeah.
We'll use Asia.
It's so much easier. All right. Okay. Yes, those are other countries with pretty people. It is so much easier to get married today because of the internet. And I'll tell you why. Van is an ordained minister, and he got that from the internet. And he's going to marry me and my fiance, and that is easy. And the price is $0. Hey, heads up, I'm not paying you.
Oh, well, I mean, I'll have a collection plate, obviously.
Of what? What are they going to collect? What do you think people are going to give you? A hard time?
I'm going to put a QR code with my Apple Pay on it. People in the audience can tip me.
For every $1 you get social?
Sure.
Isaiah, I'm going to get married this year, and you are invited. You're invited to the wedding. Yep, this is a real thing. I need you to start now dwindling down your plus ones, though, because I'm only giving you one. And I know right now there's an entire roster that you go through, and we need you to really start figuring it out up until the date of the thing, which we're not saying on air.
Okay.
But it is this calendar year. So I need you. That's what you should talk about over on Political Talk is how to trim your roster for weddings.
Hard disagree. What we need to do is have a Zay Johnson centric dating game at the wedding reception.
Okay,
and they can answer questions and fight for his affection.
I like this. So we put him on a stool.
Correct.
All right, present him to whatever the audience of ladies that he brought with him,
and you know how thirsty they get at a wedding.
Very much so.
They're all very jealous seeing you and your lady all happy. They're gonna
Well, and Isaiah doesn't actually get a say. All of the voting is done by crowd reaction. This is a very smart play,
for sure. And whatever the audience suggests is what you have to leave with that night.
they don't have any influence by either of you two on the mic, do they?
Mostly us.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
almost all us.
Well, and actually, I'm not actually there. This is during the twilight hour of photos that I'll be out taking.
Yeah.
So I'm not physically there. This is a Van Nunley, to put a full circle on this driving conversation, roundabout situation.
Yeah. I mean, this will be mostly us, Zay, me and you, but Fred will be out consummating his marriage.
No. I said photos. I said photos.
That's exciting. You have sex for the first time.
Okay. Again, it's not the first time, probably.
You saved yourself all the way up until 40. That's so cool.
Well, in the 90s, I learned about prima noctra, so I was so afraid of marriage. That's a Braveheart reference.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that one.
It's what the entire premise of Braveheart is based off of.
There's heading over to Google.
Mel Gibson was upset
that
he married a hot peasant lady and the king of whichever oppressing country. And then he was a jealous lover moving forward.
Correct. You know, I was just on the phone
exactly
with.
What it's about.
Who were you just on the phone with?
Stephanie Powers.
The
Stephanie Powers.
All right. Now we are Googling.
Okay.
From Heart to Heart, I think it was the name of the show. Heart to Heart is like a sitcom. Is it like a?
Yeah, she was Jennifer Hart. I know what you're talking about.
That is awesome. You thought we'd know who that is.
Yeah. I mean, this show was off TV before Van and I were alive, and we're both in our 40s.
Okay, so it's not that old. Gotcha.
But it's
She was the star of The Girl from U.N.C.L.E., the remake of The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, not bad.
A spy show.
All right. So what did she have to say to you, Isaiah?
I asked who was calling, said KKOB.
Yeah.
And she said, okay, thank you. And I said, I'm going to put you on hold for BV. So yeah, that was a brief conversation we had.
So she lives here in town.
She retired.
I don't think she lives here in town now.
Well, look, BV's reach is way past just the Albuquerque and surrounding
area.
Well,
the Polish community alone. I mean, it's like
both North Pole and South Pole.
Where you can pick your time zone. They go off New Zealand. It's for shipping reasons.
It's one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs, PYT.
Really?
Pick your time zone.
Oh.
You gonna talk about that on Political Talk?
I might dabble in there. I'm gonna do my best job to not. It's gonna be not straight sports, but it's not gonna be heavy politics. It's gonna be as loose as I can make it, which would be easy.
When we get back from the break, also, we didn't jump into it, but we're at Safeouse. You can come hang out with us at 5, but I think you got to be out by 7:30. There's like a big party tonight.
No, it's part of the party.
Oh, it's part of the party.
Watch native comedy.
Oh, they got a big comedy show tonight?
Yeah.
Let's go. Josh Fournier going?
That's what I heard.
I'm going to text him. I'm going to see if he wants to come on early.
Okay.
Do a little preview of it. Now, Isaiah will miss out on that because it'll be over on Political Talk.
A little prima noctra.
Getting shredded by the callers.
All right. Hey. All right, in the NFL when they do the prevent defense, do that with Jeff St. Louis and the callers. Do that. Like prevent them from calling.
And be like, yeah, Jeff, I need you to be in your P's and Q's today.
What is your version of the snake pit?
Snake pit.
The viper pit.
Viper pit, yeah.
Viper pit. Help me out here.
So Eric Strauss hosts a talk show.
Oh, is the Viper Pit his thing?
That is, that's his thing.
Okay. The Viper Pit is his thing.
Yeah. It's a cool thing.
I don't know.
You could change it to Black Mamba Pit.
Yeah. I think he also does doesn't he do jokes from callers on Fridays? Is that tonight?
His listening audience is they are also very loose. They call in a lot. It's a lot of inside jokes though. And
yeah. They would be real upset if you dated their daughters.
That goes for a lot of people.
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. Man, what about your daughter? Would you be upset if Isaiah was like the one for?
I knew you were going to go there, upset.
Okay, I thought so.
For sure.
The sports animal. And the exact thing that I thought would happen, File. Pete Carroll has signed as a head coach of my Las Vegas Raiders. So he's in agreement on a 3-year deal. There's a 4-year option. He is, in my opinion, the second or third best coach in the last 20 years.
Yeah, he's definitely on Rushmore of the past 20 years. I would agree. Also, if we factor in gum chewing, number one. Easily number one.
Oh, that's a good note. Yeah. Here is a fun fact. The AFC West coaches now have a combined 13 NFC conference championship appearances.
Pretty good.
Late minute rumor last night was that he might not go to the Raiders. But as we mentioned about 1 million times on this show, everything is a work. Everything is pro wrestling. I'm sure this was part of the 4th-year option stuff. Figure out the contract. So Pete Carroll is now a Raider. And as far as culture-wise, I don't know if there's a better human being as a coach.
Until some awful stuff comes out like Mariano Rivera today, but that's a different segment.
What happened about Mariano Rivera?
This is a great get. Put a pin in it. Right? This is a great get for the Raiders. Like, as awful as their culture has been, like the past, I don't know, since John Madden.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah. As awful as the Raiders have been, like, this is their chance to right the ship and get some normalcy. Let some adults into the room with this Raiders insanity. This is about as good as the Raiders can do. And take notes, Jerry Jones. This is what you should have done.
Isaiah, welcome to the program where your Dallas Cowboys are still fledgling.
Yeah, it's I refuse. I feel like right now, maybe this is why Cowboy fans in their 40s, they laugh with me and at me with my enthusiasm, my optimism. Ignorant. When I see things come out, ignorant is actually the word that was used. It's actually the exact word that the guy used. Mm-hmm. Just dealing with this franchise, but I do, from the reaction I'm seeing around the sports world, this is truly shocking, even to those who had the lowest bar for Jerry Jones. This is very, very shocking. This is more shocking than the Derrick Henry not getting him. This is more shocking than anything since the Jimmy Johnson firing.
Can we encourage you to join Van and I as now fans of the Raiders? We are excited for the upcoming year. We believe they're going to do not just right by their fans, but they're going to do right by the team. They put the right leadership out there. Is there a way to convince you to jump on board a winner?
No. The runner up is going to be the Broncos. The runner up's the Broncos. That's my runner up. You got my Oregon quarterback there, Bo Nix. I do like them, but I must say the Cowboys, until they officially hire this guy, the small little 5% of me has hope, because the East and West Shrine game is this week. It is being coached by Deion Sanders.
What is that?
The East-West Shrine. It's like where the college players go to get scouted.
Okay,
we know what it is.
Like they play like a game.
Mm-hmm.
So Deion Sanders will be the coach there, and it's going to be in AT&T Stadium. So he's going to be just sitting in the Cowboy Stadium for a week. We'll see if Jerry just says, "Hey, come on upstairs and let's run this interview real quick. Just go out the back door, walk up the stairs, and let's talk real fast." What if that's what he's planning? He's a mastermind. If he just signs Deion next week when Deion's in Texas in the stadium, he's a mastermind.
Is he a mastermind? Because I remember yesterday he was an idiot. So I get confused every day on which one it is.
Mm-hmm. It's a new day. It's a new day. Sun goes up, sun goes down. Flip a coin.
When is this? This is next Saturday?
I believe I think it might be next Saturday, but they're going to be in town. Well, the Colorado players, not Colorado, I think Travis Hunter and Shador, they're there right now. Deion will be following soon, and then all the players that are going to be there. So you take all of this hype, and then he's going to be in the stadium for a whole week. And you're going to tell me they're not just going to at least just bring him upstairs? What if he just walks in and it hits different than any other time he walked in? This will be the first time he walks in there ever since having a chance to be the coach.
I might be asking a stupid question, and I'm sorry if I am. What is he coaching?
The Shrine game.
But like what part?
He might. I think he's the head coach of one of the sides.
Okay, so that's not what the internet says.
Okay, so I had a feeling you were trapping me there.
No, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
I didn't know. So it says here that the Marquise Williams and Shane Bowen are coaching the East-West Shrine game.
So I think he might be there to scout players.
Oh, okay. So he'll be there in some capacity, but
he's going to be in
all
the
of
stadium
these,
all week.
The Shrine game are all people who are graduating, right, or leaving their colleges. So this is like an attention thing. Because none of these guys are in the transfer portal. They're trying to like up their draft stock.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Howard on the line, and he's going to back my Cowboys up while I get the official reason Deion Sanders is going to be in.
Well, and I'm also looking for the official reason. I don't see his name on any of the stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's down there. Because his little boy is going to be there to play. Howard, welcome to the show.
First of all, Isaiah, I would be happy for one of you to marry, date, whatever with one of my daughters.
Aww.
You check all 3 boxes.
Aww.
You're highly intelligent.
Wow.
You're gainfully employed.
Well, again.
And you're a Cowboy fan. You're a Cowboy fan.
So he's got one of them.
Check all 3 boxes, Isaiah.
Thank you, Howard. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are missing it, man. I can't believe you guys are supposed to be sports radio guys, and you just don't see what's happening in Cowboy land.
All right.
They are waiting to draft Shedeur Sanders, and he's going to be a player coach.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm into this.
Hold on.
All right. Keep going.
I like this. Thank you.
And then Travis Hunter, they'll somehow trade up and get him. He'll be a player defensive coordinator.
Love it.
And then I think they've got to call in to Danny Gonzalez to interview him for the offensive coordinator. So we've got all the boxes checked.
Yeah, again, he wouldn't be the offensive coordinator.
Well, why not also trade up and get Ashton Genty and let him be the offensive coordinator?
There you go.
Yeah.
Forgive me, guys. I just decided to start drinking beer a couple hours ago. You have a great day.
Hey, Howard,
You
real
too,
quick.
Howard.
You still with me?
He gone.
Oh, bummer.
But
Oh,
he can catch an Uber and come down to Safeouse.
Good. Should. I was going to ask him how old he was and see if he's aged into the age demographic to be able to coach in the AFC West, because the youngest are Jim Harbaugh and Sean Payton at 61 years old. Andy Reid is 66. Pete Carroll is 73, which makes it the AARP FC West.
All right, so you're an AARP member.
Yeah, but I'm not technical age to be opened it up to youngsters like me. Us young, virile 42-year-olds.
Isaiah, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, I think Shedeur and Shiloh being there is why Deion will end up being there. But you know what? That's even better. That means he'll have more free time. That means he won't have to be locked in. He's not going to get criticized for not focusing on the team if someone looks over their shoulder and says, "Hey, where'd Deion go?"
Right.
Well, I think Jerry came down and grabbed him.
That makes more sense to me. Like what you just described, I believe that far more.
Do you think Pete and Jim have like a Carroll and Harbaugh, obviously, have like a friendly competition with themselves? Or do you think they really hate each other? Because every stage of their career, they've battled against each other. Where it's San Francisco and Seattle, or
Stanford and USC.
Stanford and USC. Now Las Vegas and San Diego. Like,
good name.
They are battling each other every step of the way.
I don't believe Pete Carroll has any enemies. In fact, I believe he forgave the NCAA after they accused him of a Heisman scandal with Reggie Bush. And by all accounts, he wasn't plugged into that. And I know I'm usually not a guy that buys into that stuff. I don't think he has a single enemy in the entire world except for Marshawn Lynch.
That's a good one.
Well, they love each other, actually.
Too.
Oh,
Marshawn Lynch and the fine people at Hubba Bubba.
Because of the bubble gum.
Yeah.
Now, also, I did see Pete Carroll be killed one time by Al Harris.
That's a bummer.
That was a bummer.
Yeah.
There was definitely a shift in what Pete Carroll could do after Matt Hasselbeck ignorantly said, we want the ball, we're going to score.
Yeah, whoopsie.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
Al Harris was there the whole damn time.
A great watch is Pete sit down with Richard Sherman.
A great watch is my Apple Watch. I would also say a great watch is Rolex.
Two different leagues there, but they're both
they're both nice
great.
in their own way.
I will say as I get a little mature, I think I'm leaning towards a Rolex, an Apple Watch. I haven't charged mine in like 3 months.
Okay.
I need to. I mean, I don't know if you measure your steps. I mean, you're more techie than I am. Like you use it to text and stuff, like check your messages. I never did that with my Apple Watch.
The real big deal of my Apple Watch is it vibrates and it saves the battery in my phone. That's kind of the only reason I like it.
Zay's only function of the Apple Watch is to check his heart rate when he has cowboy coaching updates. Also, the worst watch ever is the Knight's watch, obviously.
The Knight's watch. What's that?
We got to protect the wall in the Game of Thrones.
It's pretty brutal. The White Walkers are there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Gotcha.
They almost won. They were so close.
No, Richard told Pete to his face, he was like, we hated you. Everyone was real mad at you. And then Pete says, well, look, I caught the play, but it could checked out of it. You know, it was supposed to be a run.
That's a leader.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a run, and they gave us a different look. So we were like, okay, we'll throw it. It'll be incomplete. Run it on the next play. Threw a pick.
I mean, you can't snatch the pebble from the master. Pete Carroll's still no Bill Belichick. That was a look on purpose to make them do exactly that. Genius 4D chess.
I watched one of those like produced by the New England Patriots like documentaries on that play. You know what I'm talking about? What's that cat's name? Butler?
Yeah, Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler.
Gerard.
Thank you. And he's like, he was like, yeah, Bill Belichick just had us out there practicing that exact thing all week long for that exact moment, and we knew exactly what was going to happen. And it's a Patriots thing or whatever,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're like, there's no way.
There's 100% a way.
He was never.
I was going to say,
yeah, no, that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what happened.
Malcolm Butler had one play his whole career.
Good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know his name. I also know David Tyree's name.
Sure.
Like they're human. I know Ricky Prohl's name. They're human beings. You should not know their names, but they had one play.
I can't remember the guy.
I can.
So the
Leon
David. So David Tyree had his, but the second time the Giants beat the Patriots, there was another crazy throw on that sideline that sealed that game. That Eli just let out.
Plaxico Burress.
No. That was the touchdown. This guy was on the sideline.
On the sideline? Well, at that time, statistically, it was a guy named Steve Smith.
Mario Manningham.
Oh, out of Michigan. Yeah, he could play a little bit.
I wouldn't have known that one. That was early. Yeah, when he was ever at Michigan, that's probably early in my football fandom days.
Just called us old, Fred.
Did he go to Michigan? Is that correct?
Yep.
I told you, dude.
Yep.
I'm that guy. I am him.
Yeah, that catch, that throw on the sideline was ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't really recall it like that. It's not like he picked off a 1-yard touchdown pass.
Well, yeah, that play and David Tyree's makes it really hard to remember that one. But that throw and catch might have been better than the David Tyree one. I think David Tyree was lucky, but the Mario Manningham one was just a dot of a throw. I don't put it above Rodgers, though, and his sideline pass to take out my Cowboys in 2016.
Which time? Oh, 2016?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we get back from
ridiculous.
When we get back from the break, we're counting down the minutes until Isaiah becomes a quitter. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Safeouse, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. Big sports day. Big sports day. Some weird stuff going on with Mariano Rivera. I looked it up after you brought it up. I don't think it's going to catch a lot of steam yet because accusal stuff doesn't catch a ton of steam. But right now, he's being accused in a lawsuit of covering up child sex abuse claims.
Correct. At a church camp?
His attorney obviously stated it was completely false. But the lawsuit filed this week accused the Hall of Famer and his wife Clara of covering up a sexual abuse of a 10-year-old girl who was a member of their church somewhere in New York. New Rochelle? I don't know where that is. So that's kind of wild. So it said that he and his wife alleged to isolate and intimidated the girl into remaining silent about her abuse to prevent issues for Refuge of Hope, the church the couple helped founded, the lawsuit said. So Refuge of Hope is part of the broader Assemblies of God religion organization, so I don't really understand the hierarchy of that.
Yeah.
I will tell you there are a lot of these similar stories in those environments. But
rich history of it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
these are just allegations at the time.
So that is one that is out there. So we will give updates regularly on that as it occurs. Not at all a dismissal, but a very surprising one. And this is a need more data situation.
Yeah, exactly that. This I only see it going two ways. Either this is an awful thing that happened and heart goes out to those affected, or this is another ugly shakedown that caught the public eye.
Well, I bet you it's not that one. If I'm from the little bit I read of this, which was a fair amount, I will say that there were more than likely individuals involved in this Refuge of Hope. It looks to be a youth pastor. The name is out there, Ruben Taveras Jr., who more than likely committed a crime, and more than likely there's a victim, and more than likely, because this is Mariano Rivera and his wife Clara's church, their name is now associated with the acts and behaviors of others. I can't tell you enough about the importance of vetting individuals in your organizations and that you work with. You and I own an LLC, and that's why you have it, because this is the stuff that happens. You know that I own that pro wrestling. You know, it's once people get weird, you get rid of them.
Sure.
Because you can't chance that stuff. Like, ugh. So yeah, definitely somebody was harmed. And as far as the degree of Mariano Rivera, we will find out of he and his family's involvement in that. So kind of a wild one.
Everything we know about him, he's a genuinely good person. I mean, rich history of helping people, especially, his own population, get people where, from where he's from. That's
a good note. Yeah.
And it sucks to hear.
Yeah, it super sucks. So as it develops, we'll give it to you. We don't really shy away from this stuff, so you'll hear us talking about it.
Sure.
We won't be talking about it when we get back, though. We wrap up the first hour. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Safeouse Distillery, the sports animal.
Hustle all the time, yeah. I ain't hard to find. No, I'm always on the grind with some money.
Speaking of Al Harris, Van, he gone.
That one hurt bad. That hurts real bad.
Al Harris, who you know is friends with Mike McCarthy because of the Packers stuff, this, that, the other thing. He is he going to the Bears.
Is it official? He's going to the Bears?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations. I just saw that he
Right on.
left. I didn't see that joined the Bears.
Yeah, he's gonna go coach for the Bears.
Oh goodness, 10 minutes ago. This is breaking.
Their defensive back room is going to get a lot better. He's real good. That hurts. You know, Mike Zimmer also says, he told Brian Broaddus, if Schottenheimer
who is Brian
Mike
Broaddus?
Zimmer? Brian Broaddus is a sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
He's the Cowboys reporter.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Told his friend what?
Only Broaddus I know is Calvin Broaddus.
Maybe they're related.
Snoop Dogg, Fred. It's Snoop.
That was a real good one. His Mike Zimmer, the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, and most likely no more, has openly said if they hire Schottenheimer, he's not staying. Number one, because he's already on the fence. But number two, he's like, why aren't you guys asking me to be the coach? He's like, I've been bounced around a lot. Like, how come I'm getting no recognition? Why did I get no interview? So he's like, I'm not going to be a defensive coordinator for this guy.
Dang.
And
why he don't want me, Uncle Phil?
105.3 the fan guys are out there tweeting, and literally 105.3 the fan guys are tweeting that the Cowboys are just trying to assemble his Schottenheimer staff.
Why haven't you deleted Twitter yet? Like, what's the hold?
Yeah, for real, man.
That is the number one sports media app.
For what? Racist?
That is where
that's like Nazi supporters.
There's no breaking news that is broken anywhere quicker than Twitter.
That's wild because I just broke you this Al Harris thing and I didn't see it on Twitter.
I saw it on Twitter. That's how I was over here depressed on break. As soon as I turned on my phone, I saw it.
I got it from the
I'm also
I got it from the Acme Packing Company website. That's a Packers website. 10 minutes
they're
ago.
gonna tell you too. You know, my algorithm right now is anything happens with Cowboys, it's gonna pop up first thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, on anything really.
Yeah.
What about like Nazi stuff? Is that popping up?
It has. I saw the Carnival Cruise, some employees, they did like some type of costume thing. And there was like reports are people on the cruise are uncomfortable with the uniforms. And you look at them and it's literally KKK uniforms.
But like form-fitting KKK uniforms. Like
they
modern.
got the pointy hats.
Yeah, like pointy hats and a tracksuit KKK. It's awful.
With a V-loan.
Yeah.
A big V on the back. For V-loan.
I don't like that. I don't like it at
Also,
all.
Kaylina is not yet here, so I might get to stick around a little
She's
while.
always late.
Okay.
It's on Albuquerque time, you know.
Oh, my poor Cowboys.
How come everyone who's good has no interest?
You know it. I think what's going to happen is Jerry. I think it's going to come out that Jerry's not really going for any of these guys. That's his issue.
That's his issue?
That's when it comes to reeling people in, he's got too much pride. He's like that guy that feels like I should just be able to stand in the club and all the girls should come to me. So Jerry's like, I want to enter the club. I'm going to hit your phone. But from that point on, you need to do all the work to come here. That's how he operates.
So you're saying Al Harris is a hot girl?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Well, Al Harris is looking at Schottenheimer. He's like, no way. You guys should have asked me to be the coach before you hired him.
More breaking news. Jerry Jones buys stock in P&O Cruises Australia.
Zooming on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Live from Safeouse, the sports animal. back to 2 Men On. We're during the break because I had forgotten to, Van. You had told me to, but I had forgotten to. I just went through and deleted the 2 Men On Twitter.
Oh, excellent. Good. That's been a cesspool for a long time.
You guys are the first ones to know you can control your algorithm. Just go through and like a bunch of posts for stuff that you like. And then as soon as you see one pop up, you keep going. The momentum builds.
It's not how it works anymore.
For me, it is.
Literally,
unless you follow a cornball that just reposts something that shouldn't be anywhere near your algorithm. That's where you mess up.
X changed their algorithm recently.
It doesn't work that way anymore.
Yeah. It's not the way it works.
They just show you Nazi
How do you guys
stuff.
know if you don't use it? You guys don't know.
How do we know about stuff?
Because you guys don't use it.
I read about it.
I know you guys
X.
know a lot. You know about a lot that you don't watch all the way.
What does that mean? What do you have to watch?
Well, I mean, just in general, like you guys seem to be able to wing yourselves into correction.
Like, are you talking
about most topics?
Like, if we were airplane pilots?
I feel like you'd be able to figure something out. You guys, you might run out of gas in the air, but you keep the plane flying.
I feel like I can fly a plane.
Oh, I 100% feel like I could fly a plane.
Like,
are you being serious?
Just sit down and do it.
Not only could I fly a plane, I could easily fly a plane.
Fred, the lovely Kim here at Safeouse Distilling just handed me the special today. Okay. The Fignacio.
Fignacio?
Yeah, it's profit share bourbon, fig, lemon, egg white, and black walnut bitters. And I'm diving in for the first time.
All right, take a little sipper.
We got a little sprig of rosemary and it looks like a dehydrated lime.
Okay. You smelled it first.
I did. Yeah, I'm a man of culture.
You are not.
So I believe we have...
You're like if the dollar store tried to be chic.
A whiskey sour hybrid here with a little bit of little fig, black walnut bitters. This is fantastic. This is right up my alley.
You know what's one of the losers?
I was taking a sip here, Fred, and you're saying something awful about me. What was that?
No, factual. Go ahead, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know, one of the most loserish things I saw. I actually fell asleep to this a few days ago relating to flying planes.
On Twitter?
No, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I'm a big YouTube guy too. There are these plane simulators where guys will sit in their room and really spend like 15, 16 hours and have like an actual like virtual plane equipment in front of them with a whole setup. But these guys do it for fun. This guy wasn't training.
I've seen it. They have like crazy setups with like giant monitors, and they got like rumble chairs to feel the turbulence.
I've been
in
like
one. They're talking to the operators like, pulling out now.
Guys, like a person that I am very good friends with, whose name I'm not going to say on air, but supports a ton of youth programs in this community, has one in his garage, and it's like the coolest thing I've ever sat in.
You ever done a cross-country flight in it?
Exactly, for 15 hours. You would not. You would, if you would no way sit down and fly virtually for 15 hours straight.
If it takes
when there's money to be made.
If it takes you 15 hours to fly across the country, you're doing it wrong.
If I'm doing a cross-country flight simulator, there better be hot stewardesses too. Like, I'm not doing that by myself. You kidding me? Some good airplane food, some hot stewardesses, maybe like Shrek 2.
I'm sure there's like a
on the
like
Shrek
a patch
2 on the screen.
What is like a improvement called for a video game? Like that you download?
An update.
So I'm sure there's like an update where you can be like, now that scene from Independence Day.
Right.
Yeah, like I want that.
For sure. Yeah. Now I want to be drunk Denzel.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And you're talking about Captain Sully.
Yeah, fly a plane upside down on a cocaine hangover.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
Now when
Captain Sully, it's a different one. Hold on.
Now I want to. That was Tom Hanks. Now I want to put on high heels and be Amelia Earhart.
That's a good one too.
Anyone? No one wants to do that.
William Whitaker.
Ah, yeah, Billy Whitaker.
Whip Whitaker.
Yeah,
from the movie Flight.
So you were
this video.
I want to do that simulator.
You watched this dude fly for 15 hours.
Well, so that's what I was going to get to. So he chops it up in the middle, and you can see he's like, all right, guys, he'll skip ahead like 6 hours. You can see the sun's lowered and everything, and the shade in the room's different. He's like, all right, guys, coming over Hawaii right now. Look how beautiful that looks. Like, I'm like, dude, I can't even play my game for that long anymore. You guys know I love my game. I can't play my game for 5 hours straight anymore. Any game.
We're cruising at an altitude of 36,000 feet. If you look out your western window, you'll see the lovely island of Oahu.
A lot of individuals say that Maui is superior, but I will tell you, like I told my ex-wife, it is just as nice.
And you know what's crazy?
Could you get Janice to bring me my flask? I left my flask in my locker.
At this time, those on board, we advise you that we are now passing the international timeline, and I want to wish myself happy birthday again.
If you're joining us on Southwest Airlines, about to start our free movie tonight, that would be Shrek 2.
At this time, it looks as if we're gonna have to make an emergency touchdown. We will not be able to do it in Arlington. They don't have touchdowns there.
Nice.
Sick burn. Also, we're flying at an altitude of 40,000 feet. We'll be cruising for the next hour and a half. That means it's nappy time for your boy.
Yeah. If there are a doctor on board, I need you to help me open this pill bottle.
Is that about accurate? Is that what this?
Yeah. Well, here's what's really bad about it. Like,
No
so whatever company,
yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah.
Sick burn. Whatever.
Oh, we lost Jerry so temporarily. This is what happens whenever we live in the world of technology, Van. That the FCC didn't like that. The FCC wasn't about it. All right, so the FCC was blocking us for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of our airline talk, they thought we were interfering. So you were saying?
Yeah, I was talking to the friends of the show.
Yeah.
So I'll fill you guys in.
Yep.
So he sat down, but there's like whatever program it is. I don't know if there's other people like sitting maybe at the headquarters or they're at home and maybe they're paid to make this run. But there's other people who were like the operators that they talk to. So it actually sounds like he's talking to the actual like airport. He's actually talking to somebody. Oh yeah, make sure you you guys can go back on your impressions.
I might feel like you could do it. It's a pretty easy impression.
It's like the easiest one.
Well, you set the bar very, very high. But he's like, they're sitting there and he's having conversation with an actual person who's pretending to be an operator at the station. It's insane.
It's probably just some dude in the next room. His best friend is in the next room with Control Tower Simulator. That's all it is.
That is a really good one. I would just and this is my opinion if I had access to this game, I'm just ripping from like famous airplane and airplane related scenes from movies.
Oh, 100%.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Johnny Utah is just, you won't believe it. He jumped out of the back of the plane. Updates to come.
Like, what do you do? Like, that's...
Well, it's what's so sick about it is that, like, so you go on flights. Like, you have to perform, like, you have to go on and complete a flight. If you leave and, like, if you go to the bathroom, if you don't come back quick enough, you fail. So you've actually wasted a real 7 to 6, 8, 9, how many hours?
What do you mean wasted? You still did it. You still got to twiddle the buddies or whatever. Like,
I'm sure there's some type of coin reward or something at the end of this. There has to be.
I say is worried about your achievement rate.
Yes. Yeah. That's the whole. I feel like if you're doing a 15-hour virtual flight, there's got to be something at the end that you get, whether it's currency in the game.
You get a Dr. Pepper bottle full of urine. That's what you get.
The controls here are getting a little sticky. I'm gonna have to take a wet nap to my Cheetos fingers.
Like that's what you get.
Captain, everyone's getting sick. Did you have the steak or the fish? I had the lasagna.
Oh gosh, land the plane.
I'm tired of all these mother flipping snakes.
I am serious.
Yeah.
Don't call me Shirley.
Isaiah, I believe I'll be able to help here. I speak jive. Like, that's what you do. That's the movie.
I actually know about that one.
Oh, that's the one that hit? That's the one you got?
How soon can you land?
Yeah.
I can't tell. You can tell me. I'm a doctor.
It's Airplane's number one. You like Soul Plane.
I don't dislike it.
You think Soul Plane is very funny.
I need to go back and watch it, see if it holds up.
I didn't see the new Top Gun because I'm not into weird propaganda movies.
It's like next Friday, but in the air. Don't say anything bad about the original Friday.
Take your hands off the bunny.
Put the bunny back in the box.
Oh, the amount of movies on airplanes is too high.
There's so many.
Get off my plane. It's Air Force One, Isaiah.
No ticket.
Yeah, anyway, shoot me that link, Isaiah. I need to see this thing because that sounds crazy.
I got you.
When we get back from the break, there's a lot to preview this weekend, including playoff football. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, live from Safeouse Distilling, the sports animal.
This mess.
Are you guys on Comrex?
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On, where Isaiah Johnson has left us for conservative talk. Kaylina has joined us. Kaylina, welcome.
Hello.
Kaylina, you go ahead and straighten out your camera for the live stream, and we'll be real happy about that.
Hey, look at there.
Man, you were telling me about the weirdest story during the break as Kaylina kills the music.
Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know if you heard about this escapade. Like the most sought after sports memorabilia card was found recently of the past, call it a decade. Like the most coveted non-Victor Wembanyama sports card was found recently, and it's a one-of-one autograph.
Billy Ripken.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a one-of-one autographed Paul Skeens jersey rookie card, and it's not just any jersey rookie card, it's his MLB debut patch.
They cut up his debut jersey.
They cut up his debut jersey, took the patch off, put it on a baseball card. And
where's the rest of the jersey?
Cooperstown, I hope.
Okay. So what patch? Like the Pirates sleeve patch? Is that what you're talking about?
No, the MLB debut patch that rookies get in their MLB debut.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's got their whatever their MLB debut is. It's right there on their shoulder. It's got like a little.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's got a little scan inside of it to prove its authenticity. But they put it in a baseball card this time instead of letting the person keep it, et cetera, et cetera. Topps put it in a one-of-one baseball card.
Now hold up. Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Did they just unstitch it and the jersey is still a hole?
I'm assuming that's
what I'm assuming too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see any scissor marks on the baseball card.
Okay. Now you're looking at the card?
I'm looking at it right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Describe it.
It is Paul Skeens, white background, like silver and white border. Paul Skeens is in mid windup, about to lunge forward towards home plate, white background. And then the jersey patch is right in the middle, and the autograph is below it.
I'm going to say it like this.
Pretty cool card.
I'm now looking at it on TMZ, which, by the way, TMZ Sports should be your go-to for all sports stuff. This card, I would identify with an expletive, and then I would say fire.
Yeah.
This card is
it's kind of perfect.
It's the best.
Yeah.
This is the best trading card I have ever seen. I'm looking right at it.
Yeah, like a lot of auction houses are fighting this kid, like to give him the best deal, promising him the most money, having the highest reserve value, but it's going to be seven figures at auction.
Now, the way this works, Kaylina, is he can try to sell it on his own through eBay. That's a difficult process. You lose a bunch of money to taxes and fees and blah, blah, blah. Or you send it to a auction house that targets individuals that will spend usually exorbitant amounts of money, and then you will get a percent.
Correct.
And it more than likely will sell for more than $1 million.
Yeah. And I forget which.
Yeah, wasn't it like
Go
a
ahead,
kid
Kaylin.
who found it too on top of it?
And
it was a kid,
it's
not the people who have been collecting for like 3 decades.
It was an 11-year-old kid.
11-year-old.
In
Oh my
Los
God.
Angeles.
Yeah.
So this card was put in a rando pack.
Yeah.
And he bought it at a Walmart's.
Yep.
And now he has, in the famed words of Charlie, a golden ticket.
100% agree with that analysis.
Honestly, the golden ticket.
It's kind of air quotes priceless because it's obviously a one-of-one card, and it's one of a kind that Paul Skeens would allow Topps to do this in the first place. But he's going to get 7 figures for this no matter what. He's set up for success for the rest of his 11-year-old life.
But surely the Pirates want it.
The Pirates want it. They want to put it in their Pirates Hall of Fame. And they made this kid one hell of a deal.
An offer that he couldn't refuse.
We're going to make you an offer you can't refuse. So this 11-year-old kid has the option if he wants to take this. And rumors are it is going to auction. He wants the money. The Pittsburgh Pirates offered this 11-year-old kid 2 Pirates season tickets behind home plate.
In the green seats?
For 30 years. That is so many behind home plate tickets.
All right, now hold up, because I'm following you.
Okay.
Are they aware that he lives in Los Angeles?
This is the offer. I don't know their reasoning. So 2 Pirates season tickets behind home plate for 30 years. You get a meet and greet with Paul Skeens himself. He will autograph a home and an away jersey and give them to you, and they will be authenticated. You get a softball game for 30 people at PMC Park with your friends and family. The Pirates coaching staff, Pirates players, and Pirates alumni will be there. You get a private tour of Pirate City and Lecom Park. I guess they changed names recently. And then one more step on top of this, Livy Dunn, USA gymnast, Paul Skeens' girlfriend, will say, I'll sweeten the deal. You get to watch whatever Pirates game you want with me in our personal suite.
But why did you brush over the part where he gets to hang out with Neil Walker?
That's pretty sweet.
Now,
Andrew McCutcheon in his final season. Yes, please.
I'm looking at Topps Blue Sky. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
I'm about to read this kid's journal entry.
Oh, God.
So they have shots of the kid's diary that he sent to Topps, okay?
Okay.
Keep in mind, this is written by an 11-year-old. Cool. It was November 13th, 2024, and Topps had released 2024 Chrome Update. It was $200, which was a lot, but considering the players and rookies, it was fair. I started begging my mom for it for Christmas. Dad was at work, and my mom was leaving soon. Me and my mom left for school, and I knew people would raise the prices, so I went into full beg mode. My mom said she'd get it, victory, but her work, this sounds like a Trump speech, but her work was so busy, she forgot to get it. When my parents got home, I was super sad, but they said the prices would drop at Black Friday. Fast forward to Black Friday, the prices did not drop, all capital letters.
Nice.
Infinite rage, 1 sec. So now the box was like $350. They said it would have to get something else. I said, okay, but they could tell I was sad. Very, very, very sad. When I was at school, they found a hobby box for $320, dollar sign on the wrong end of 320, which is still a ton. But since they are awesome, they got the box. They told me when I got home from school, and I was so excited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 D's and multiple exclamation points.
Yes.
Fast forward to Christmas. First, I woke up at like 4 a.m. and woke my brother. Whoops. We waited till 6:30, and we woke up our parents. The first present we opened was the hobby box, and my brother got a big Lego. I opened 3 packs and got some cool cards. I thought I said Coors. We passed around some more presents. I opened 2 more packs, and on the second pack, I got the Paul Skeens redemption card. And redemption? Yeah.
You got to send it in.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to put that card in a pack and like leave it out in the wild.
I quote, "Hey, Dad, I pulled the Paul Skeens redemption card." He was like, "No, you didn't." Then I showed him the card, and my brother and my this is the best.
This is so cool.
And my dad were like, "Oh my God," of entire line of exclamation points. My mom was very excited too, but she never collected cards, so she didn't know what it meant. Then my brain popped and I started bouncing all over the place. And my dad was, quote, "Let's go." I was so excited. But first we went to one of our grandparents' house and hung out with them and our uncles and aunties. I'm 11 years old. And so pulling this card is a dream come true.
That's adorable.
There's
also,
no name.
That's not Trumpian. This is like Christopher Walkian.
Yeah.
Fast forward to Black Friday.
The
prices did not drop.
3
Infinite rage. 1 sec. So now the box was like $350.
I had the redemption card. Oh man, how lovely.
This is sweet.
Yeah, this is awesome, dude. So the Pirates said season tickets for 30 years. You get to hang out with Paul Skeens' girlfriend, whole bunch, like play softball on the field, everything Pirates all the time, plus jerseys and other paraphernalia. And this 11-year-old kid, by the way, the smart move.
Yeah.
Take that bad boy to auction.
Yep. Breaking news as of an hour ago. He thwarted the Pirates offer and it will go to auction.
That's a big haul, though.
That would be sweet. As a baseball fan, I would like, Mom, Dad, get jobs in Pittsburgh. Let's go.
Now, I'm going to say it like this. If you're a kid, you say, hey, Golden or whoever, they're promising me a milli. They're promising me a milli, Pittsburgh. I like your offer. Throw in a milli.
Mm-hmm.
Because these things, they don't have real cost.
Well, you know how much the Pirates spend on their roster every year, so that option's out. They're going to give them stuff they already have laying around, like seats to a game and jerseys and access to the field.
The Pirates included 2 Pirate season tickets by played for 30 years, meet and greet with Paul Skeens, 2 Paul Skeens signed jerseys, Pirates game with Livy Dunn in her suite, and much more. Officially declined. Also,
he's going to sell it for $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million, whatever somebody's willing to pay for it. And then he could buy any number of Pirates tickets that he wants in perpetuity.
I bet you it ends up weird. I bet it ends up in a situation like this, where like a super creepy fan of Livy Dunn buys it.
Yeah.
And then reaches out and is like,
I'll take the deal.
I will take the deal.
But you got to let me smell your hair.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to go to that game with you in the suite, but it's just me and you in there.
Yeah. And you got to do gymnastics for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, just no.
That's the deal.
Are you speaking for Livy Dunn or every woman ever?
I feel like the second for every woman ever. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to put my foot too forward, but no.
Didn't he play with the kid that went number 2? It was like Paul Skeens was number 1, and then Cruz,
his teammate,
Dylan Cruz. Am I making that up?
I don't think it's Dylan Cruz.
Who was the kid that went right after him?
It was his teammate.
Yeah, Dylan Cruz went to LSU. So that's who should buy it, is his college teammate. You know he's got $1 million.
The bidding is going to be crazy. And I hope the story is just as crazy when the news comes out who bought it as it is now, because this is nuts.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't know how much crazier it could get than this,
Cruz
but
went to the Nationals number 2. Oh, just wild. Well, I love it. And I love that I got to read the letter that the kid wrote to Topps. It's awesome.
So sweet.
And like collecting cards is dead, you know?
Not really. I literally have just spent the last 2 weeks learning about it. Apparently, it is still very much thriving.
Nope. No, it is not.
It very much is. It's just not something we're into anymore. Also, like, this is really cool on the part of Topps to do this in the first place. But also, I'm still waiting for my apology from Topps and the rest of the baseball card company. Because when I was 11, I had a bunch of awesome baseball cards, and now they're not even worth the paper they were printed on.
That's what I'm telling you. The whole thing died.
Oh, people are still very much into it.
Well, I'm not saying people aren't into it. I'm saying
the whole industry.
The value's gone.
The value of old cards that were overprinted. But these, like, 1 of 1, 1 of 10, 1 of 100, whatever, jersey cards, autograph cards, rookie jersey, rookie autograph cards, like, this stuff is the new hot ticket. Like, people
you can get cards that are like the first 10 of the 100 print or whatever, and then those can go for like 15 grand.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like that much money to me. Am I being stupid?
I mean,
for a $5
based on my other
cards.
sources. Well, I don't think you get that out of a $5 pack of cards these days, but
well, that's what this kid just did.
Oh wow, that's true. Hey, see, it's not dead. Look at he literally just achieved the goal, the dream.
Yeah, I for some reason have this opinion that the value of cards super died during COVID when everyone figured out how many cards there were. Like, everyone was too busy before and just went on the word of mouth that there's only 6 Hornus Wagners out there.
Yeah, right.
And it turns out there's 600. That's not a real example, but
Sure.
you get it.
I got you.
Yeah, all that COVID downtime. I guess that I hear your theory.
And it's not like you went back and made new ones, like what killed the shoe market, because that was the shoe market's problem.
Kept re-releasing
Yeah.
the same make and models. Yeah.
You know how
Same.
many ones and Cortezes, and I'm overloaded now.
Yeah.
And they're all cheap. I just wear them every day. I don't care.
Same.
What am I wearing right
If
now?
you're going to be a sneakerhead, like,
No, these are Allbirds.
wear your shoes.
Oh, 100%.
You know, I'm a dork.
What are you wearing right
I'm
now?
a dork for Jordan 3s.
You got
Like,
threes on?
Wear your shoes, y'all.
These
Just
all
taking your shoes off and showing them off to the
Well,
camera.
I don't tie them because they got the elastic straps on the inside.
Allbirds don't even have ties. This is just like a slipper.
Yeah, that's a slipper with those laces are
These are
extraneous.
for show.
Yeah, for sure.
These aren't. I don't.
Those are unnecessary.
And these are nice.
Yeah, that's a sock with a rubber sole on it.
That's 100% accurate.
And
Yeah.
some fake laces.
Well, they're not fake. I would say they're vanity. I mean, they're actual.
Oh,
laces.
okay, vanity. That's what I was meaning to say. You
Yeah.
know, like not intended for use.
I have my own style, and one of those styles is I would not have spent the $350 on the box of cards.
Well, you're not an 11-year-old kid.
Good point. Now, if you and I wanted to do an episode, we get like Ryan Maxwell on here or something from the Isotopes who runs all those card shows.
Sure.
And we dropped whatever the retail value is on a brick of cards.
Yeah.
That's a fun segment to me. I would go, or we would talk ABQ expense that,
Yeah.
but I'm super in on that.
Do like an unboxing special.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
Or we should
Wanna
like do
hear
like a dual jersey patch. A 2-min on, 1 of 1 signed dual jersey patch.
At or near one of the best ideas you've ever had.
And we'll trade you 30 years of front row seats at Duke City Championship Wrestling to get the card back.
I don't know what the forever value is on that,
Mm-hmm.
but to the right buyer,
I mean, priceless.
Yeah,
They're
priceless.
both priceless. How could one trade?
It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610 live from Safeouse Distilling, the sports animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. We are at Safeouse Distilling. Come hang out with your boys. The doors are officially open.
Yeah.
Start the weekend off right with us. It's a big sports weekend. There's a ton going on this upcoming weekend, including NFL playoff football, which we will make. We'll make our big picks. Speaking of picks, let's do our prize picks, man.
Oh, good idea.
Promo code KNML. We'll match you up to $50 hairs on your first $5 hair play. Download the app. $50 hairs to you if you use promo code KNML on your first $5 wager. All right, man. I played a couple last night, and I lost 1, 2, 3. I lost 4 different bets with one dude missing a green goblin.
I did the exact same thing yesterday, except for I hit 1.
Terrain Prince only had 3 points, needed 4.5.
Oh, dirty.
Everyone else greens out for me.
Bummer.
And this happened in multiple bets. So I was not the big winner last night. I was only a some winner last night. I only won some.
Which is okay.
That was a tough one for me. What are you looking at tonight in the world of prize picks that's got you excited?
I've been really in love with doing these all goblin.
Yeah, you've told me.
All the green
all right,
goblins.
I'm going to do it with you.
So a lot of games have already started, and I'm on my way to hitting all the ones who were started so far.
Okay.
But who's still left, I got a Zach Edey, center for Memphis, more than 3.5 points. All he's got to get is 2 buckets, my friend. Just 2 buckets. And then I got the green goblin for the Pellies, DeJounte Murray. He only needs 13.5 points to clear, and he's hitting that in 6 straight games. That's a good one.
These picks that you're giving are so good.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to pick them. They're locked.
Oh, that's a bummer. They're too good. Probably because the games start in 15 minutes. That might be why.
I mean, I feel like it let me do it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I had Eric Gordon more than 5.5 points. He's already got 5. I had Tyrese Maxey more than 20.5 points. He's already got 14. Jeremy Grant, 9.5 points. He's already got 6. Both those games are in the first half.
Ooh,
your boy's looking good.
I like CJ McCollum more than 18.5. I was like it was more than 23.5. He's been on fire.
Yeah, he's
recently.
been lighting it up. Also, don't forget that it's Flex Friday. You make a flex pick, it's protected.
Oh, the $5 one?
No, all the way up to $35 protected.
Oh, I thought it was $5.
I did a humble 20.
I only did 5 because I thought it was $5.
I got another 3-pack for this weekend's football. I got Zach Ertz more than 24.5 receiving yards. That's a goblin. James Cook more than 39.5 rushing yards. That's a goblin. And Terry McLaurin more than 66.5 receiving yards. I think that's a gimme. And that's not a goblin. That's the regular projection. I think Terry McLaurin's going to go off against Philly. Even with their strong pass defense, Jaden Daniels is that dude.
Well, there you have it. These are good little bets, my man.
I like them.
When we get back from the break, we tell you about the games, and then the 6 o'clock hour, we pick them. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. We're at Safeouse Distilling, where we're excited to, in the 6 o'clock hour, dive into the big football games over the weekend. Mark my words, Van, with Pete Carroll signing with the Raiders, Russell Wilson will be their starting quarterback next season.
It seems like the Steelers want to lock him down. Like, I think it's an awful choice, but it'd be a good reunion.
It just seems like a no-brainer. They don't really have that position. He can go wherever he wants. He has relationship with. I believe it's a fit if you're able to, in that position, draft a guy that you want to have on the bench for a period of time. If you want to draft a guy that you have on the bench for a year, in my opinion, bring him in. He understands his role. He's on now. He ain't the main eventer. He ain't the headliner of WrestleMania. He's jerking the curtain now.
But agree. Like, if you're trying to make him the bridge quarterback, then I agree 100%. You give him a year or two, develop another young quarterback. Maybe not even draft one this year, draft one next year.
I draft one.
Because the Raiders are going to be bad this year too, no matter who's coaching or no matter who's the quarterback. So you don't have to get one this year, but you should have the expectation that he's a bridge quarterback and not your franchise quarterback that you're going to put any kind of stock in to being a winning team.
You don't think a quarterback falls to them at 6?
Yeah, I mean, but they have so many holes in the whole team. Like, what quarterback's the one you're going to pick? It doesn't matter. They're bad all the way around.
Well, it's all the skill guys, right? So it's quarterback or it's wide receiver or it's running back. Don't ever talk to me about linemen. Like, I do get the importance, whatever. I can't in the top 10 on either side of the ball justify that. The only corner I would consider taking won't be there.
Correct.
So I think it does have to be a quarterback. If Shedeur Sanders falls, I don't think Cam Ward will fall there.
No, I'm pretty sure Cam Ward's going number 1. I think Cam Ward's the only no doubt quarterback prospect. But I just don't trust in Shedeur Sanders. If you can't get Shedeur and Shiloh and Dion all onto the same team, then I don't think the circus is worth it. I think there's way better quarterbacks down in the draft than Shedeur taken at number 6. Like, I like Jackson Dart just as much as I like Cam Ward or anybody else in the draft. I think he's a good NFL quarterback. Kyle McCord led the nation in passing, the kid from Syracuse. I think he's better than Shedeur. You can get these guys in the second round or trade up to the end of the first.
Yeah, you know who is the same thing that you're saying is the Tennessee Titans. And the Tennessee Titans need more than one thing. Not Cleveland. I don't think you do with Cleveland at 2. But if you're the Vegas Raiders and we're doing mock draft in this second, you call.
Sure.
And you say, I'll give you the number 6. I'll give you the 3rd rounder, maybe a 5th rounder. Give me your first.
It would probably take their first this year, their first next year, and
strong possibility.
And then multiple lotteries after that.
You're not wrong.
But if you're the Titans, I would dangle this thing in front of Jerry Jones. Because if he really wants Deion Sanders to be his coach, get his son. Trade up to number 1 in the draft. Like, that is the best case scenario for Cowboy fans and the NFL. If Deion Sanders is your coach and his son is your kid, it's must-see TV. Make it happen.
Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, the McMillan kid. I think that's my order. I think. And the Raiders aren't in any of those picks. So they're going to end up with the corner. What's his name? The kid from Michigan.
Again, I don't think Shedeur has as high of a draft grade from old school football, watch a bunch of tape, scout types. He's got more hype than anything. He's not a bad player. He can hang in the NFL, but I don't think he's a generational talent like a lot of people doing our job thinks he is. Also, you put just about anybody on the Cowboys and they get to throw to CeeDee Lamb, it's going to cover up a lot of scars.
If you do nothing and you're the Raiders at 6, you can end up with Ashton Genty.
I think he'll go later.
I think he will also go later.
But if you're sold on his talent, but again, this is one of the deepest drafts ever for running backs. There's so many talented guys.
Well, I'm not afraid as well as if it's Pete Carroll now, right? Like if you want to trade down to 18 with the Seahawks, because you have a relationship there, Ashton Genty will be sitting there at 18.
I think if he's there at 12, Cowboys are taking him.
I don't know. I think the only thing the Cowboys do well in drafts is linebackers. So you get the kid from Alabama.
We talked about it on this program a lot that, you know, the running back position has been so undervalued for years. Like it doesn't matter. Like throw 2 4th-rounders in your backfield. One of them are going to be okay. But if you saw anything about this football season, that these super talented first-round running backs make a difference. Saquon, playoffs. Derrick Henry, playoffs. Josh Jacobs, playoffs. Joe Mixon, playoffs. Like the running back actually matters despite what we've seen in the last few years.
I'm not going to say they don't matter. I mean, I think it's extreme to take one of the top 10. And that's what I'm saying. Like if there's a way to just put more ammunition in your gun, that's the whole thing. Also, because I'm not a guy who's able to, because I don't have the eye for, tell you how good offensive and defensive linemen are. Also, I think linebacker is a wasted position. I think you only draft skill guys and quote-unquote lockdown corners.
Yeah.
You do those things, you be successful.
Whoever the best cornerback is, whoever the best pass rusher is, and a quarterback. Like that's only people who should go first 5 picks.
I agree those are the only people. But again, there's a big boy tackle that for years to come is never going to sell a jersey.
Going to get no credit. Yeah. He's only be awarded by his own peers for like all pros and Pro Bowls. No one's ever going to know your name. Your own fan base doesn't know who you are. And he's going to make a huge difference on your team. But it's going to be the least sexy, no splash pick in the history of the draft.
Forever.
Yeah. You saw Jim Harbaugh do it last year. His first draft as the Chargers coach. Had a lot of really good skill position dudes. Took the biggest offensive lineman I've ever heard of in my life. Not a sexy pick. And he's fantastic.
The thing I think I want the most, though, is for a team like the Raiders or a team like the Cowboys to, not even the Cowboys, but the Raiders, to make sure it's a dude that can sell jerseys. Like, make sure that brand is prominent, like, again.
Yeah, because they're the top of the second tier. Like, they're no Cowboys, they're no Chiefs, but they have a passionate fan base that's going to support them no matter what. Make them happy.
I agree with it completely. I know we got to hit the top of the hour, so we will take it here. When we get back from the break, it's all playoff football talk. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On, where if you try to get a hold of our boss, Jeff Berry, for the next 3 days, you will struggle because the Kansas City Chiefs are playing again in the AFC Championship. Jeff Berry joins us on the program. Jeffrey, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
This is
Absolutely.
This is the hardest AFC Championship game in this run for the Chiefs. True or false?
Yes,
I think so too.
I mean, just that rivalry between those two teams. I mean, the Bills are going to come to play.
For sure.
They're going to come to play, and they're like, this is not going to happen again. Obviously, I hope that it does.
Naturally.
But they're going to. It's going to be a rough game.
If we sat here and had a conversation where Van said Bills 24, Chiefs 23, and you said Chiefs 24, Bills 23, and I said Bills and Chiefs 24 apiece, like I wouldn't be surprised with any of those outcomes.
Any of those.
If it's more than a single score, I will be blown away.
I totally agree with that. I think it's just going to be just a bare knuckle fight for a complete, just the entire game.
Yeah, hard agree. And good news for the Bills, bad news for the Chiefs and Chiefs fans.
Oh, okay, here we go.
The zebra of the last game, Patrick Mahomes, is 7-0.
No,
with that zebra at the helm. The new zebra from this week, Patrick Mahomes has his worst record with any referee with this guy blowing the whistle.
Are we really going there? Are we really going there?
Well, I mean, that's what I bet on. I bet on how many. I bet the over/under on penalties. Like that's what I'm into. Like, I bet the over/under on how many times Taylor Swift's going to be on TV. Like,
T-Swizzle's going to be there.
That's what I'm into.
Is fourth time a charm though for the Buffalo Bills?
Sure.
It's it feels like the 90s again. If you're a Buffalo fan.
I don't know. Obviously, I'm a huge Chiefs fan. I'm obviously rooting for them. I think they're gonna win. It's just gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a tough game.
I think if you play the game 10 times, the Chiefs win 7. I think it's that kind of advantage to the Chiefs, but you only play one time. And Josh Allen kind of just beat Lamar Jackson. Kind of.
Hey, Lamar Jackson beat Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
last
he
week.
didn't actually beat him.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah. The team effort. And this incantation of your Chiefs, it's different. Like the last 2 years have been different. Like they lean more on their defense or playing a different type of football than they have at the beginning of the dynasty.
It's totally different. I mean, if you'd have told me a couple of years ago, in a couple of years, you guys are going to be strong in your defense. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Andy
All
Reid,
right.
defense?
What are you smoking? Yeah, they're just solid. They are just solid.
What are you guys doing? This is not accurate. They are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, and we're sitting here talking about how they might barely scrape by the Bills. They're not a dominant defensive deal of presence and integrity. They're a squeak by on questionable end to games. They do it in the last moments every time, and more selfies are taken with Taylor Swift than plays on the field by fans.
But you have to agree, the defense is so much better than it used to be. Come on. You don't believe that?
No, there's no way they would have won all those one-score games without a strong defense this year.
I'm with you on that.
Thank you. Hard agree.
Yeah.
They only lost 2 games.
Yeah. One of them was a gimme. One of them, their team didn't even play. One of them, they ran like a Make-A-Wish, like people from Kansas City. The last game, people got to sign up on the radio station.
It was crazy that the
whatever the sports animal of Kansas City is, they just like gave away jerseys. Like, hey, show up to the game. You get to play the Raiders.
It was a little lopsided game, that's for sure.
Lined up under center is new quarterback for the Chiefs, Arthur Bryant. This guy can really play.
Yeah, tradesman by day, middle linebacker by night.
So funny.
Set a new personal record in tackles of 1. He's never had one before.
No, yeah, it's a season career and all-time high. I'm looking at a heat map here. Okay, so Kansas City.
They like Kansas City.
Part of St. Louis.
Okay.
And then no one else rooting for the Chiefs this weekend against the Bills.
We are the team to hate now. I mean, wherever I go, if I've got Chiefs on, they're like, you guys cheat all the time. Okay, all right. We're the hated team now.
I mean, the Chiefs don't cheat. The NFL cheats for the Chiefs. There's a huge difference, a giant difference.
Yeah, that's a giant difference. I can give you some really good examples of this. One is Roman Reigns. So when the bad guy is really good, when the heel is unbeatable, and you feel like the officials, this is like when Andre the Giant for years was being helped by Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yeah.
Whenever Vince McMahon is behind you, the TV character, not the actual person.
Right.
If the actual Vince McMahon is behind you, run as fast as you physically can away from him.
Yeah. In the movies, you don't root for the FBI, you root for Scarface.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man.
The Chiefs are Scarface.
Correct.
Yeah. Say hello
to my little friend.
Well, I was going to say offense, but yeah, that's a good one.
They're like a red hat Darth Vader. Not that kind of red hat.
No.
Not that kind of red hat.
No, like
red helmeted Darth
red
Vader.
helmet, like like dark red helmet. Like red helmet Vader. Played by Rick Moranis.
Darth Arrowhead.
Kansas City native Rick Moranis, I assume. He looks the part. I don't.
Does he? He looks very Canadian.
He's got a lot of eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of eyeball.
More than any other part of his face.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got big eyeballs. I've noticed it my whole life.
Oh, I'm never going to unsee that again.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but not my eyes.
All right, what is the temperature in Kansas City this weekend? Because I feel like that's always the conversation.
It's cold. It's very cold.
You don't say.
I called Mom yesterday and I told her to stay inside because it's snowy and sleet out, and it's gonna be cold.
Van, you have it in front of you.
We have a high of 32.
That's balmy in Kansas City.
That's the nicest Sunday that's ever been in the winter, Kansas
So
City.
obviously the fix is in.
I don't know. Obviously, the Bills are used to playing in the cold, so I don't know that we have an advantage that day.
Well, they don't play any home games in the playoffs. They got to travel to Kansas City all the time. They don't know about this.
It's supposed to snow in the second half. It's going to be fun.
Ooh.
Cold enough to stick. Should be in the low 20s, high teens.
All right, since 2019, the Chiefs have played 17 postseason games. That's so wild. And in 14 of those games, the other team has been penalized for more yards. Rebuttal.
They shouldn't be, doing bad things on the field.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only way to beat the Chiefs is to cheat. He just got caught.
I can't help it that they're, offsides all the time and hitting the quarterback. That's not my fault.
Okay, yeah. In the past 11 Kansas City playoff games, Chiefs opponents have been hit with more flags 10 of the 11 times, and the other time it was a tie.
Okay. I mean, that's just from the top down from Andy Reid, just runs a real tight ship, right?
That's right.
That's what it is.
He coaches to not,
demands accountability.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only bipartisan topic in the whole country is hate for the Chiefs. I think it's the only one.
And healthcare CEOs.
That part too. Yeah. Those two things, one is Mario, the other is Luigi. Like it's completely Luigi Mangione. One is Mario, the Chiefs. The other one is Luigi and Brittany Mahomes. All right. So there are three things that everyone equally hates. Those three things.
There's not a lot of people
Jackson
like
in there
Brittany.
too.
They don't.
No one likes Brittany Mahomes.
I mean,
And then Patrick Mahomes tried to get his best friend Travis Kelce to give Brittany Mahomes the Taylor Swift rub, and it didn't even work.
Right. He's like, no, actually, Caitlin Clark gets to sit next to me, not your wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to sit in the background.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
How many blue skies will we see this weekend where people say, "Dear Josh Allen, please beat the Chiefs"?
All of them.
Like all of them.
All of them.
Unless you're from Kansas City or part of St. Louis.
Not
the western half of St. Louis.
Not even the downtown
and
part.
One guy in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Fanatics is like, we just keep shipping all this stuff down there. It's just one guy.
Well, you know what? You got to celebrate. You got to celebrate while you can.
No, you're in the 5th year of this thing or something crazy.
Well, you know what? You got to get a new shirt once in a while.
For sure.
It just.
I mean, speaking of cheating, I'm a cheating ass Astros fan. Like, I get it.
I got a flagpole out front, and I have to update the flag.
Is it half staff right now?
It's not.
Okay.
I probably should have.
Yeah, sorry, Jimmy. Yeah,
but I don't know. Do you really need to lower a Chiefs Super Bowl flag to half staff? I don't know that.
Hold on, it's not even a Chiefs flag; it's a Super Bowl one.
Yeah. Well, yes, I've got yes.
Well, recently they're the same thing.
Yes. When they won a couple years ago, I got one, and I had to update it. And I hope that there's a three-peat flag out there flying in February sometime, but we'll see.
Has your lovely kiddo talked you into getting a Swiftie flag to fly outside?
That's a great question.
Right next to it.
So here's the big thing that happened at our house last year. Okay. I have it's a shrine.
Okay.
It's a shrine. I've got these candles on my speaker. It's Andy Reid.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Kelsey.
Okay.
I have the three flags, or the three candles behind them. In addition to the Chiefs, I'm a crazy Tom Petty fan.
Okay.
So
I get it.
Behind them is Tom Petty as an angel because he died.
Naturally.
So Tom watches over the team. Listen to me. Tom watches over the team. Around Christmas time, I got this little Chiefs, little house, this little Chiefs decorated house. And the candles are around the house.
Okay.
So last year, my daughter decides to get a Taylor Swift candle, and it was an issue in the house. Do we have the T-Swizzle candle with the team or not? What I did, I agreed to it, even though I was against the whole thing. I do put her behind the three. She's there, but she's watching
omnipresent
from afar.
Sure.
I mean, she's not where Tom Petty is because you can't.
Well, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost.
Right.
I mean,
yes. Yeah. So, this is what I have. I mean, so I light the candles not during the regular season, but during playoffs. I light the candles, and that's the only time I get on Facebook and I post that. That's it. Yeah. And say thank you for my birthday wishes. Yeah. That's it. I don't do anything else.
Today's your birthday.
I mean, with the candles, you got the best of both worlds. The Andy, Patrick, and Travis, obviously enlightened by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Everyone says.
And then Taylor Swift with her dark voodoo magic. Like you got the best of both worlds.
You got to be careful.
Helping the Chiefs.
Rachel's over there. She'll got you, dude.
There is no
She'll
Taylor, only Zool. Now
be careful there.
I read an article today that Taylor Swift got a new tattoo. It's on her lower back. It's called a champ stamp. I blew the joke. I blew the joke so bad. It's just it's a picture of the shrine you're talking about. Taken off the internet, but I blew the punchline champ stamp.
It's a good one though.
Yeah, I tried hard.
You did. You worked your way up to it.
It's Friday.
It is Friday.
You know, we spend all week doing this thing.
I have to tell you,
2 or 3 good jokes.
Where you picked to do your broadcast on Friday, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love this.
By design. They got live comedy after this.
I love this place. And I didn't know it till your birthday. I came down here as the first time, and I'm like,
hey, hold on, Kayleen is here. She didn't know about that. What are you doing? What? Come on, Kayleen didn't know about that.
What?
She was.
He intentionally didn't invite me.
Hey, here's a real story for the friends of the show.
Didn't know.
Our boss Jeff Barry is with us right now. He's having like a all hands meeting at the office, whatever it is, sales meeting, customer appreciation, client appreciation, whatever. And somebody at the meeting says, "You guys excited about Fred's birthday party tonight?"
Oh no. Oh no.
And half the room goes, "What?"
Oh. Oh no.
For shame.
How do you chastise that individual? How do you?
In their defense, they all knew. You can't act surprised.
I like my friends.
Hard agree.
Okay. I know my coworkers. Those are like different things. Those are.
Division of church and state.
Yeah,
you got that. It's 5:00. You guys got to go. I got friends coming in. You,
hey,
rest of you got to go.
Yeah, we put their candles in different places too.
I was hosting.
Yeah, it's great.
Van and I were hosting stuff at that Comic-Con all last weekend. So I'm smarter than the crowd, right? I'm gonna park in the radio station parking garage. This is my plan. I'm gonna walk the block. So my car, the garage won't open on the weekend. Jeff, I spent 20 minutes arguing with the security guard on if I could get the door open to the parking garage. I go, these are coworkers. Are you showing the shrine?
Yeah, this is the shrine.
Those are flea market candles.
They look high quality to me.
Look at Andy. He's got.
You bought those at the state fair
Andy,
after someone chat GPT'd.
Is Andy holding a cheeseburger?
Well, he's I don't know. He's kind of.
Oh, that's full blown Mother Teresa.
Yes, he's got the.
I see it with the rosary,
and everything. This is what I'm talking about. This is what
Some
happens.
sacred stuff right here.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
When we get back from the break, Jeff Barry goes back to his family, who's with us at Safeouse Distilling. Come hang out with your friends. The intersection of Gold and 7th. Live comedy tonight following our program. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610.
Go Chiefs.
Sports Animal.
Come on. You better give me that. Give me that. Yeah.
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On, where Jeff Barry left us. I don't know what that hand signal was. Was that supposed to be a KC support thing?
I believe so.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Kaylina's back at the studio. Kaylina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
That's good. You're good.
You know, you were telling before the break how you, for Comic-Con, were going to park at the station. I, too, had that brilliant idea. And I, too, ran into issues with getting the door to open. I had no problems parking. And then I walked. Everything was great. I met up with who I was going to meet up with. And then we were leaving. It was after dark. And they were really concerned about me walking, you know, and downtown by myself at night. And I'm thinking,
a block?
It's not that far. Yeah, like a whole block. That's what I thought. I was like, it's not that bad. But they
by
parked
the
on, like,
police
the other
station.
Yeah.
So they talked me into letting me ride with them. And I'm like, well, whatever. And then I couldn't remember. Like, I don't know what they did. I got so confused. So we were like driving in circles. And it wasn't just me. It was like two of us were confused. The person driving was like, one of you needs to give me good directions. And then it turned out that he was parked at Wells Fargo. So he was, like,
Right across the street from our parking garage.
Uh-huh.
So then she tries, I'm all, hey, if you drop me off right here, I can get to the parking garage, no problem. She pulls up and is like going to go in the parking garage
Oh,
to make
hold
sure I
up.
get to my car.
Hold up.
Could not get the gate open.
Woman driver. That's what I just heard. That was the real issue here.
You know, you said it. I only thought
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
We have like
Rude.
it's 2025, right? We have the little
mean-
the scan thing,
Sure.
right? And you get in.
Yeah. That's
Swipey
what I was
boy.
telling. I was like, I can get in. So anyway, she was like trapped because the gate wouldn't open, just
Right.
like you were having to deal with. And I had to. It would have been much quicker if I had just walked myself. I wouldn't have dragged them through that horrible. And then the door worked for me, but I think
So,
only one of them was working or something.
My experience is after hours and weekends, only the 4th Street entrance gate opens.
That's my understanding as
Really?
well. Yeah.
I successfully made it through the 3rd Street, so I'm like,
Ooh,
I thought maybe I was the
special.
lucky one.
I think once you're in, it's all license plates now. We're living in the future.
Right.
You know, this is
Yeah.
Big Brother. We can't just, and I noticed Kaylina didn't say any names earlier, so I'm assuming she was having an affair at Comic-Con.
Oh, no.
Like, you can't just go and have an affair anymore.
You can at Comic-Con. It's the best place.
Oh, because of the costumes.
Because you're all you dressed up
Oh
like
my
a
gosh.
Yeah.
furry or whatever.
Well, and Kaylina can
Yeah.
only go as Ariel. Like, it's the only thing she can be. Like, she is cursed with this dumb head of red hair.
Poison
And I
ivy.
can just.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
go.
I was going to say
beautiful.
poison ivy.
Yes,
There you go.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
By all means, I can just break out into songs for the Little Mermaid. It'll be fine.
You could go as Annie Ann,
Who?
the pretzel gal. The
Little orphan
yeah.
Annie.
well, that's a different Annie you can go as.
I was going to say I was thinking of Orphan Annie, but that's.
Oh,
not
you
right.
could go
I was
as
like, that's
Wendy.
not
Oh,
Wendy would be a good
Yeah.
one.
okay.
right. At that rate, just curl my hair, Ronald McDonald. Let's do this.
Well, just lean into it.
Yeah, why not?
What
There are a
is-
lot of great options here. In other words.
as far as redhead cosplays, and I only recently learned that cosplay is short for costume play. I didn't
Oh
know
my gosh,
that.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I think
PC
that's
is
kinda
personal
dumb.
computer.
There you go.
ATM machines.
The more you know.
Let's go as Julianne Moore.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Oh, it's cosplay. It's not even cosplay.
You didn't know. There's no T yet. Cosplay.
Yeah, just COS.
I feel like if there was cosplay, then we'd be like, oh yes, costume. Of course, maybe most people know that. I don't know.
Oh, I got like a lady Chucky. She goes like a lady Chucky.
Good answer.
Oh, there you go.
Miss Argentina from the first Beetlejuice movie. May also be in the
Strong.
second, but I've never seen the second.
Strong answer.
Oh yeah, me neither.
That's really good.
You say I've never seen the second, like it's been out for a while.
I'm just saying what I've never seen. What's the name of Woody from Toy Story's hot cowboy
Oh
girlfriend?
yeah, Jesse.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. But not, I almost
You know, I'm-
I felt weird saying
Yep.
hot and then thinking about Kalina, so I actually take that back.
Mm. Okay.
Because Kalina will never,
You know what, that's fair.
ever.
You would
Yeah.
struggle with that. On the way here, on the way into your show, there was actually a truck that had all three like
Powerpuff
dolls.
Girls.
No, not the Powerpuff Girls. So they'll love them. No, it had Jessie and Buzz Lightyear and Woody like glued to the hutch, like they were climbing into the truck.
I've seen that.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's very cool.
Daphne.
they're alive. Oh yes,
That's a good one.
Daphne. You know, I actually have a friend who's like really hardcore Scooby Doo. And while I was at Comic Con, like, or
You better hit a punchline real quick here on this.
Dude,
well, I went to take a picture of like they had Scooby Doo like stuff there, and I was like, "Oh, look, you'll be into this." And they were like, "No, I got in an argument with the people who brought that because they had different eras of Scooby Doo, and they didn't even know."
Cut that person out of your life. That person who tried to ruin other people's enjoyment, you cut that person out of your life right now.
No, I think that they were like, "Oh, you have all the eras," and then the people were like, "No, we don't," and they were like, "Yeah, you do. Do you not know this? You brought the cutout."
No, no one knows
I
ignorant
stand
stuff
up
like
for my
that.
friend.
All right, Van.
Hardcore fans do.
Van, I know you and I,
beloved fans.
we both missed the most obvious redhead costume play.
Okay, you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say,
and I think you're gonna say what I think I'm gonna say. So you want to say it on 3?
3, 2, 1.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, for sure.
She's
Yep. Yep. 100%. Yeah.
The dream.
Yeah,
The dream
the one.
cosplay.
That's peak. That is absolutely peak.
Yeah.
I could achieve, like, at that point, I could just give up. Like, I achieved everything I'm going to achieve in life. A successful cosplay.
And if you don't want to do your hair, but you still want to wear pearls, Wilma Flintstone.
Oh, good one.
Throw it up in a bun.
I wouldn't have got her. Yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
I love how that's just like your Sunday. Like, if you had a cosplay for every day of the week, you're like, and Sunday, Wilma.
Right, all redheads.
Well, and as a Fred Flintstone from Scooby Doo,
you'd be cheating.
Like, why do I not have like a cartoonish hot redhead partner? Like, this doesn't. Oh wait, I have you. Oh, I'm good, man.
Yep.
All right, I'm set.
Easy.
Super set.
In the right light, I have very beautiful features. An extremely rare, very perfect lit situation.
The texter saying Jean Grey. Who's Jean Grey?
That sounds so familiar.
I
Isn't
don't know
it
who that
comic
is.
books?
Jean Grey's X-Men? Is that
She's
X-Men?
X-Men.
Yeah,
Is she
yeah,
even
oh yeah,
redheaded?
X-Men.
Oh,
I was on the right track.
Rise of the Phoenix and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
For weird,
Good
for
one.
romance with
Good one.
Wolverine.
Pebbles, is that Wilma's kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pebbles
think
is
so.
a redhead too.
Natural. Yeah, natural
That makes
progression.
sense.
Well, and it's kind of a weird one because Fred,
a-
not a redhead, and I know how that works with recessive genes. So there's something up. There's 100% something up there.
What? Bette
Nobody
Midler
wants
from
to
the
talk
Witch
about it.
movie. What's the Witch movie?
Oh, Dogma.
Nope. Come on, man.
Harry Potter.
Sarah
Is
Jessica Parker, Bette Midler, and
Sex in the City.
the other one.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hocus
Help
Pocus.
me.
So I know the
Hocus
answer.
Pocus. Yes. Well done.
That came from the
There we
Peanut
go.
Gallery.
Oh, okay.
Is Kim Cattrall
am the
redhead?
redhead.
Because she's hot.
I think she can be whatever color she wants.
Who's Misty?
Misty?
I don't know. I'm just reading what these
On the
things are
list,
saying.
isn't that also X-Men?
I don't know.
Come on, Fred. You gotta know.
For the record, I don't think Rapunzel was a redhead. Maybe she's been portrayed that way, but historically, I don't know that to be accurate.
I had to
I
Google
feel like
it,
all the ones I know.
and
it's like
I think
blonde.
Misty is the one from Pokemon. She's the one that has to catch them all.
Oh yes.
No, you're thinking of the bad guy.
Is she the bad guy?
the Red Rockets girl? Oh, you know who it is? The Fifth Element girl.
Ah, yes, Lulu.
Okay, good one.
Put that one on the list.
It's a good list. It's a good list.
Also, although I guess
Multi-pass.
technically you can't gender bend anymore because of Trump's America.
Right. You'll be on
Yeah.
a list.
Yeah, you know what?
You
Too
could do-
late. Like, just
You
on the
could do
list.
like a Red Ranger kind of thing. Just wear like red Power Ranger stuff.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Mario,
go.
like Mario seems like a red thing.
There are a lot of options. The problem is that I also have like a lot of red clothes and I didn't put that together. So now I just like when I go out into public sometimes like in my winter coat, I just look like a block of red.
All right,
Like,
If you could gender bend, you could just go as Seth Green.
Hey guys, I'm Sean White. You want to see me ride these rails?
Are you or are you Seth Green? We'll never know.
It's perfect crime.
Mm-hmm.
Now you could also go. Hear me out. This one's kind of a stretch, but it's not. A gingerbread man.
Ah, nice.
A gingerbread man.
Mm-hmm. I love carbs.
So like, yeah. So you're just like the bread guy, like in Bob's Burgers. I was a bread guy.
I don't know. We don't obviously know what that is.
That's a shame. They're like, what, 14 seasons in, although.
We gave you all of our nerd
stay in
culture. Don't try to get more. It's 2 Men On, live from where are we at? Safeouse Distilling, 95.9 FM and AM 610. Boo, Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Production note, I'm enjoying the new imaging. Good job, 2025. Welcome. Washington Guardians are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in the 2025 NFC Championship game. That is this Sunday. This is the early game, Van. The night game is the AFC game. We talked about it out of order because Jeff Berry was with us.
Yep.
Washington was Tampa 23-20. Is that what they did? And then obviously the 45-31 thumping in the divisional.
Shock the world.
And then Philadelphia, it's just kind of always there. You know what I mean? So it is a welcome to the party kind of moment for the Washington Guardians. It is business as usual for the Philadelphia Eagles. On a personal note, I would really enjoy Washington making it to the Super Bowl because every Super Bowl I've been to with Eagles fans is terrible. They're the worst fans in all of sports. It's not even close. Also, you and I have been very high on Jaden Daniels all year. You
Correct.
A degree hotter than me, but me right behind you.
Yeah.
And it would be fitting for us because I told you so is my favorite type of you so.
100%. I want the Commanders for multiple reasons. Number one, to see a rookie stud in the Super Bowl. That'd be amazing. Number two, and this is my favorite, is I'd like to see a team win the Super Bowl and then change their name the next year. That would be wild.
That'd be kind of cool.
New ownership group is probably going to change the name again from the Commanders to something different. So that'd be wild if a rookie quarterback wins the Super Bowl and he's on a different team next year.
Favored by 6 are the Eagles. That over-under is 47.5. Money line has Philadelphia to negative 291.
Yeah.
Washington's plus 234. The Commanders are 12-6-1 against the spread this season. The Eagles are 12-7 against the spread. Oh, guys, there's just no clear advantage here.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not a guy who usually goes with my heart. I'm not a guy that follows my vibe. I'm a guy that kind of just goes with what I see, and I see Saquon Barkley as the best player on the Eagles, and I see Jaden Daniels as the best player on the Washington Guardians, and I'm going to tell you this. At home, the Eagles, who average like 180 rushing yards, something wild.
It's disgusting.
Their running back is an MVP candidate. He was over 2,000 yards. Van, it's Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia. And that is tough for the future of the league because it could start now with the Washington Guardians, but it will not. Philadelphia victorious at home against Jaden Daniels this weekend.
As far as Philadelphia goes, the weather's going to be nice.
That's nice.
On Sunday. So, I mean, it's not going to be a big impediment to either offense. It's going to be 40 degrees. Like, that's fantastic for Philadelphia this time of year. I failed to mention earlier when we're talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs have won 21 of their last 22 games.
Pretty good.
The only loss, the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Philadelphia Eagles have won 14 of their last 15 games. The only loss, the Washington football team.
That's division, though. That one's a little different to me. Not a lot different, just a little.
This weekend, the Commanders plus 6.5 is one of my favorite bets in the history of the playoffs. I do think the Eagles will squeak it out. They can grind the ball down. They're going to eat the clock. I mean, Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, they might have 20 carries apiece. I don't know. The Jalen Hurts, I'm not a big believer in his arm or his passing prowess. He's not the type of guy to like throw the team on his shoulders and win a game for you in the fourth quarter. But for the first 3.5 quarters, he can eat the clock, keep the chains moving, and do everything they need to do with that stout defense to win the game. So I do like Philly to win, but by a hair, by 1 or 2, possibly 3 points. I love the Commanders plus 6.5. It's one of my favorite bets all time in the playoffs. You've seen Jaden Daniels light it up against a good Detroit defense. You've seen Jaden Daniels light it up against a good Tampa Bay defense. He's already won one against the Eagles. I can see them keeping it close and beating the spread. Great season for Jaden Daniels. A lot of fun watching him. He's an absolute stud. I think there's a lot of roads to victory for Jaden Daniels and the Commanders, but at the very least, I think they're going to go blow for blow with the Eagles, keep it close, and I absolutely love, once again, Commanders plus 6.5.
I think there's only one way to victory for they, and it is, and I don't think the word is stop. I think the word is contain. Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
If they can do that, they can be in the mix. I haven't seen anyone do it all year, so I would be apprehensive. You're going Washington Guardians. I'm going Philadelphia Eagles. We will see it on Sunday, but I promise you on Monday, when we're recapping it, one of us is going to be braggadocious.
Yeah.
And we both believe the Chiefs will be victorious over the Bills.
I mean, he's Jaden Daniels has only 9 interceptions and 3 fumbles. 9 interceptions and 3 fumbles in his rookie year in the NFL. No turnovers in the playoffs. The road to victory for Washington has to be Jaden Daniels has 0 turnovers. Couple big plays, 0 turnovers, contain Saquon Barkley. You can win this game, Commanders fan.
If he does the thing you're describing him to do, which, by the way, my face won't be that surprised.
Sure.
The conversation becomes, and it's a real neat one, and it's a real fast one, about how every NFL team is one capable quarterback away, because the rest of that Washington Guardians team just came to life. They said we can do it now?
Yeah. Well, you're using the word capable. Jaden Daniels, statistically and in my humble opinion, had the best rookie season for a quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Also,
better than Dan Marino, better than Cam Newton, better than fill in your favorite quarterback here. That's the best season for a rookie in the history of the NFL.
Too bad his mom sucks. Whenever we get back from the break, we wrap up the program. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This
Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to 2 Men On here at Safeouse Distilling, where we're wrapping up the program. During the break, I tried to do karaoke on the microphone for the stand-up tonight, and I asked for a request, and Van said R. Kelly. So that was rude, Van. I believe he's canceled.
You must have misheard me. I asked you to do my favorite karaoke song, the first verse of Hit 'Em Up, obviously. Yeah.
First off.
Yeah. F your B and the click you claim.
Oh.
West side till we ride, come equipped with game. You came to be a player, but I made sweet, sweet consensual love to your wife.
That's not the lyrics.
Oh.
New Mexico Runners this Sunday. I am on the call. 3:05 start is the home debut of new head coach Brian Weems.
Stoked.
I will be there for that. Come hang out with me if you like the game of indoor soccer. Also, I do recognize that football is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So just figure it out, okay?
Yeah.
Just figure it out.
You could bring an iPad. You could double fist at the Rio Rancho Event Center talking about watching two sports.
I agree completely with that. I left this one for the end of the show. Today, Van, the 9-year-old in my life,
okay,
had a gymnastics meet.
That's exciting.
During school hours.
Okay, this is wild. First off, good for her.
10 a.m. on a Friday.
Got to miss school. That's awesome. First off.
Yeah, school approved that. What?
School, first of all, I don't ask school for any permission. So let's be very clear on that. Secondly,
there's executive order coming out Monday where kids don't have to go to school.
They don't have to go anymore. That's an executive order.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to pay attention.
The only school they have to go to is Hard Knocks.
For sure. Bootstrap you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
God.
Perfect.
Also, you don't even graduate in New Mexico anymore. You just deport. That's the new thing.
Oh.
God. The next time an organization that works with the youth, athletics, scholastics, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
If you schedule a thing during my work day or the 9-year-old in my life school day, you apologize and you fix that.
All right, so the Albuquerque Gymnastics Consortium,
sure,
I'm sure that's what they're called.
Yeah,
they were trying to do you a favor. They're trying to get you a day off from work. They're trying to get to pay. Hey, parents, pencil this in way ahead of time. Take the day.
Oh my God, dude!
Watch your kid do some cartwheels. Take them out for some chicky nuggies and call it a day.
Yeah. I am a whole adult.
3-day weekend with the kids.
I'm not Kaylina. I'm an adult. I'm not an employee number at a factory making widgets where I can be replaced. I am a vital and crucial role to every aspect of professionalism I have. I host this show.
Sure.
I'm the guy who gets the monies for the Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the development guy. There's only one of these things, and both these things, I'm that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have a meeting.
Also,
I'm the one promoter of pro wrestling.
Also, can that one guy make his own calendar?
Yes.
I know. I'm like, I think Fred just thinks he's too important to go watch gymnastics.
I know.
Mr. Importy Pants here.
Hey, hear me out.
All the plebeians you surround yourself with, tell them to take the day off too.
Did Donald Trump change the Gregorian calendar and Saturdays don't exist anymore? Because if that happened and I missed that executive order, you guys tell me.
Is the guy that runs the gymnastics named Greg?
I would assume.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know his calendar.
Also, often I'm the only dude there, so I don't believe it's ran by a lot of dudes.
Okay. Not as flexible.
No, I just make better decisions, youth, individuals, not youths as a whole.
At least two of them.
Kaylina, back at the station?
Yes.
You don't know how to close out a show. That's what you're giving us?
Good. Yeah.
Yes, I am back at the station, and it's been a great day.
It's Friday night for everyone.
I hate her more than I hate daytime gymnastics. Van Nutley,
Oh, wow.
final words?
Said something.
Oh, my goodness. Stay safe out there, friends of the show, this weekend. And when you clock back in on Monday, hopefully there's no gymnastics. And listen to the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.
See you next week, Burke.